Welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring. We're going to do a review of these brand new shoe covers today on the show and say goodbye to these shoe covers, which I've been wearing for more than 20 years. Goodbye, old friends. Hi, it's John, and welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring. I'm getting so excited. Spring is almost here on the calendar, and it's almost here when it comes to weather as well. We're starting to see some warmer temperatures, snow melting away, temperatures in the double digits, 10, 11 degrees here in the Calgary area. That means roads are getting pretty dirty and pretty wet as well. I can kind of hang up my winter boots, the Shimano MW7s I did a review on. You can see that review right here if you click above my head. But now, if you're a cyclist, you might be moving on to something like this. And this is the shoe cover that I've been using for a very long time. Radical shoe covers. I don't even know if they make shoe covers like this anymore. By Radical, they're basically a neoprene cover for your shoe with zippers that don't work well anymore and plenty of holes. So they've seen better days and needed to be replaced. So I started looking around for something new, and I came up with these. Sugoi, good name when it comes to cycling products, the Sugoi Resistor Bootie. And now when it comes to cycling shoe covers, yeah, they do a pretty good job of keeping your feet a little bit warmer, and they can keep some of the rain out, but most of the time, not all of the rain out. You've got a hole in the top where water can get down around your ankle and, of course, around your cleats underneath. So I'm going to take a good look at these. I'm going to take them out on the road, really put them through a workout on the road and some very wet bike paths and roads around the area, and we're going to take a real close look at these right now on Cycling on a Shoestring. Let's take a closer look at the Sugoi Resistor Bootie. I'm likely going to call them shoe covers at times through this review, so you get the idea. And I hope you can see these okay because it is really black. It's all black, not a lot of contrast here, so hopefully we can get a good shot of these so you can get an idea of what we're looking at here. They've been unboxed. This is how they came in a bag on this card, so I've taken them apart. I'm going to move one of them aside so we can just take a look at one of these shoe covers in just a moment. On this side, for cool and wet rides, these sleek booties offer great water resistance and highly durable material for the rigors of off-season training. They're water resistant. Sugoi does make them in waterproof. I figured this is all I need for springtime. If you are somebody who's a commuter, you may want to go to the waterproof ones. You're probably going to pay $10, $15, maybe $20 more for those ones, so keep that in mind. Also, on this side over here, it says that they're made out of polyurethane. They're polyurethane coated resistor fleece for warmth and lightweight wind and water protection. Polyurethane, according to some information my wife gave me, extremely durable, blocks moisture and stains, and can be cleaned with soap and water. So that's nice if you're going out on mucky days out on the roads. Now these are made for a size 46 to 48s. They're extra large, and I found it kind of hard finding shoe covers that would actually fit my shoes that get up to 46. They seem to go up to 44, maybe 45, and I wasn't able to buy those. So when I saw these Sugois on Amazon, I immediately went for them. They fit size 46 to 48, but I'm going to follow up on that in a few minutes when I actually try them on, because I did have some trouble putting these on initially. That has been resolved. Also on this card, some other information that they provide says abrasion resistant heel, toe, and undershoe panel for increased durability, and offset rear zip to reduce Achilles tendon irritation. I'm going to look at that right now. Let's take a closer look at these shoes. And as you can see, it says Sugoi right on there, all in black, and that's on there really nice. Very often when you buy gloves and whatnot, they kind of stick the lettering on. It always ends up falling off, but that's on there. It's not going to come off. They do not have any reflective material on them, which I find surprising. So if you are somebody who's commuting, you're going out, in the winter time, in the morning when it's a little bit dark, or you're coming home when it's dark, you may want to look for some shoe covers that actually have some reflective material on it or something, so that you're more visible out on the roads as well. Now this polyurethane is incredibly stretchy. Lots of stretch in it to fit over your shoe. If you're just buying shoe covers for the first time, you want them to fit fairly snug on your foot, because the last thing you want is water getting up underneath, or snow, which can get caught up underneath, and then that ends up melting, and then it ends up in your shoe, and it's not a very comfortable ride. So this is going to fit pretty tight with this size, and that's what you're looking for when you buy a shoe cover. It does have that more, I guess you could say, robust material on the bottom. Doesn't stretch as much, but it's much stiffer and harder on the bottom because that's where you're going to be walking. And it's nicely stitched around where your cleat's going to come through, and you've got a spot on the bottom as well where your heel will come through. So when you're actually walking around in these, which you will be doing, you're not going to actually be walking on the shoe cover itself, so they're going to last much longer. Got a little tab on the back here as well. This will just help you when you're putting them on. You can pull them on with that tab. It's going to come in handy. Now, as far as the zipper goes, nice zipper on it. It's not a waterproof zipper. Again, these are water resistant. It's got that nice tab at the top there, so that isn't going to rub against you. You can see how it goes over the zipper at the top. That's not going to rub against the back of your leg when you're out on the road, so that's a nice touch as well. And there is a little bit of a curve in this, and it talks about, you know, that zipper kind of twisting on your leg. That's the way I'm going to describe it, so it doesn't rub up against your Achilles tendon. So that, I guess, is a nice touch as well. Never had an issue with that, but I'll try them on and see if that actually is something that will be a benefit to me at all. Now, looking on the inside, there is a fleece on the inside. So that's going to provide you with a little additional warmth. Kind of hard to see. Again, it's black on black. And this Sugoi strip at the top here, I call that a grip strip. That's the way I describe it. It's made out of rubber. So that's going to hold against your ankle, so it's not going to slide down on your foot. I've actually had these on my shoes. I did try them on, and there's no way these are going to slip down. They're going to stay on, and I'm going to show you that. Why don't we do that right now? I'm going to put them on my shoe, see how they fit, and I'll tell you about the troubles I had initially putting these on and my contact with Sugoi about these particular shoe covers. On this part of the review, you're not going to be seeing my face, simply my feet. I hope that's okay. I figured it was kind of important to show these actually going on my shoes. Now, when it comes to my shoes, I wear the Shimano RC7s. You may have seen the review for these. If not, you can click on the link above and take a look at this. And one of the reasons I buy Shimano shoes, and all my shoes as of late have been Shimanos, is because Shimanos have a wider toe box in them. So they're a little bit wider than regular shoes, and I have more room for my toes because I have wide feet. And that's why I may have had some trouble initially putting these on my shoes. As I mentioned earlier, these are size XL for size 46 to 48. And when I first tried to put these on my shoe, it was almost impossible. It was really hard to get on, and I was getting ready to send them back. But before I did that, I thought I'd send an email off to Sugoi and see if their customer service would get back to me. And I asked them about them being so tight, because I was concerned I would end up ripping them trying to put on my shoes. And it wasn't very long after that I got an email back from Dean, who works in customer care, and he said, "Hi John, thank you for reaching out. Sorry to hear that you are experiencing this issue. The Resistor booties do fit relatively tight. The main purpose of this is to keep water from getting in." So he got back to me real fast. Let me know if you have any further questions. If you'd like to return them, he will process a full refund if I wanted to return them. So good customer service to Sugoi. They got to me real fast. But here's the thing. They were very hard to put on the first time, but the second time I put them on, I think the material relaxed a little bit because it is a little bit stretchy, and they were much easier to put on. So let's put them on right now. I can show you how they go on the shoe and how they fit. And I'm going to keep them because they do fit much, much better than initially. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, there you go. Okay, so here's an issue I ran into as I was doing this. And I don't know if you can see that, but if you can see the yellow, can you see the yellow through there? See that? I just am experiencing this right now as you were watching. As I'm putting the bootie over my shoe, that is the yellow from my cleat coming through. I've had these on 2 or 3 times, on and off, and look at that, coming right through the seam. So I guess we can say this review is over. These are going to have to go back, and I'm going to have to find something that's a little tougher for going on and off over and over again, because look at that. That's maybe 2-3 times I put them on my shoe, and you can already see my cleat coming through. So I cannot give this my recommendation. And I was about to say I think they're a great pair of shoe covers, but I'm glad I tried them on more than once or twice, because right there is an issue that is going to become a bigger issue. I guess I'm still in the hunt for another pair of shoe covers, because I can't recommend these ones. You saw it as it happened. Cleat coming right through a seam on the bottom of them. I'd only had them on my shoes maybe 2 or 3 times. And I'm really surprised that you can't even take these out on the road and try them to tell you if they keep your feet warm and dry. Because what's the point? they'll probably fall apart anyway. So no recommendation for the Sugoi Resistor booties, but hopefully in the future I have another review for you on another pair of shoe covers, because I got to find something because my old ones are falling apart. If this was a helpful video to you, and I hope it was, please give me a like on it. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please do that. Ring the bell as well to get some notifications, and I'll see you next time on Cycling on a Shoestring.